I got several other releases that I actually ended up having taken down because as an artist, I'm not gonna lie, like I've grown so much. And those releases were probably like 3-4 years ago and they sucked really bad. It was sonically, it had a lot to do with the production. Um, Overall, I just wasn't happy with those songs. For one, I was young, so I had a completely different perspective on like music and how I wanted to approach it versus how I am now. And so I just didn't want people to see that and then that be their first impression of me because I'm not even the same artist anymore. Like when I first started releasing music, um, it was around the time where like I said, I was younger and I told my mom, like, yeah, I want to be an artist. I want to be in the music industry. And so a lot of my music back then, like I was scared to say certain things. I wasn't myself. Like the music, it just wasn't me. It was a watered down version. And so I wouldn't even want to like put that out there because I don't want to even give people the misinterpretation of who I am. I was my first time releasing a song, I was like 17 years old. I was real young. Like I didn't know anything about music. I didn't even know how to structure a song back then. I initially started even writing music through poetry. And eventually I was watching an episode of 106 in Park. Neo was on the episode and he basically said how he started writing music through poetry. Mind you, I love Neo. I'm a big Neo fan. So I'm like, wait, if Neo can do it, I can do it. And so I was around like 16 at that time. I was like, let me start turning my poems into songs. And I did that. A couple of years went by, like people had been hearing my stuff and it was like, you're really good. And so I finally worked up the nerve to tell my mom. And I let her hear something. And she was like, Jneshia, you good. So she got me in the studio. I recorded my first song and it kind of like just played out from there. My first song actually called Save Me. I was staying in Louisiana at the time, a small town in Louisiana called LeCount. And it's like one of them towns where like not a lot of people make nothing of themselves. So I was the song was basically about being saved from that environment, like to be the best version of myself that I could possibly be.